Hi, Global Awareness class. How are you guys today? It's Mr. Maloney. Today is kind of, even if I was there, or even if we were in normal times, this is what I like to call review day. So when we do review day, it's wrapping up a unit, and you have options. This is very much a flexible day for you. I encourage you all to study for the quiz, right? Like that's an important thing. But this is also a time to wrap up other homework. It's to get things done, to tie up any loose ends you have in class. If you've been on the ball and everything's passed in, study for the quiz, and then you may even have a few minutes to relax, or more than a few minutes to relax, and that's okay. You've earned that right if you've done your work. This is kind of to wrap it all up. This is our quiz reviews. These are the things you'll get all year long. These will be the formats of it. Again, I think consistency, as much as this has been inconsistent, me being out sick, I have, and I hope you agree, I have tried to keep some things consistent. So here we go. What's this quiz going to be all about? What's the format? The quiz is going to be a fill in the blank with a word bank quiz. That's what we usually alternate between, guys. I usually give you either a majority of multiple choice questions, or I do a fill in the blank with a word bank. I think fill in the blank with the word bank is a little bit easier, so I like doing that on our first quiz. I want everyone to do well on this quiz. Then you're going to have three brief written responses, and I mean brief as in like you're just going to number and make a list. It's not that long, and you've been doing those three questions. I hope all of you can answer right now, to be honest with you. All right. And then the final thing that I'll admit, okay, that's going to maybe trip some of you up, and it's sort of intended to. It's because this is going to be open notebook, and I expect a lot of you to do very well. But I do need a couple questions to kind of separate who's really been on the ball. And I'm going to give you some scenarios that I'm going to get to at the end. All right. So what is on this quiz? Like, what do you need to study? You ready? First, you're going to have 13. First, you need to study, the 13 multiple choice that we've had from our two pre-quizzes. And I put those down here. Okay? See this? Pre-quiz number 1, pre-quiz number 2. And I've bolded the answers. Okay? Now, so again, this is another reason why you're going to have a word bank quiz. I mean, I don't want it to be that easy that you're just going to have the same questions and you're highlighting the same answers. All right, guys? You can see some of these have more than one answer. All right, that's very possible. Okay? That's okay. So I bolded the answers. All right? Those are 13 of your questions. I'm then going to grab 2 more to get to 15. I'm going to grab 2 more ones from your notes. I wouldn't stress them too much. What I would do is I would have your notes out in front of you while you take the quiz, so you can kind of flip through them to find those ones. Okay? Next, the written response. What you're going to do for written response, guys, is I want you to answer these 3 questions. I guess I should number them and make it more clear. Let's just do this, Mr. Murray. 1, 2, 3. So I want 1 positive and 1 negative from the Industrial Revolution. That was this homework assignment right here. Effects of Industrial Revolution homework assignment. So go there. 1 of each. All right. What are the positives or the pros and cons of socialism and capitalism? Oh, geez. That's the homework you're working on that's due tomorrow, right here, right? Okay. What are 2 major motivations for inventions and solving problems? I've mentioned it a couple times in notes. It is to either get rich or to improve life. All right? To get rich or to improve life. But as you can see, guys, this is how they'll go all year long. Like, this is homework you just did. Right? I'm not throwing random questions at you. This is what you've been doing for me. Those things, okay? Let me get to the scenarios now. All right? What I want you to do is you're going to tell me, and I get rid of the extremes here, so I get rid of laissez-faire and communism, but I want you to tell me, would a socialist or a capitalist agree with the following scenario being fair? I don't need you to tell me why, but it would impress me if you will. I'll say that on the quiz too. If you want to explain, or you can guess. It's a 50-50. I should change that to capitalist. Ready? In Natick, all citizens will receive $500 a month just for being citizens of the town. Who thinks that's fair? The answer would be socialist. Because you're taking all the taxes from the people and you're sharing them. Socialism, sharing. You're giving it out to others. You're creating more equality. All right? I'll admit a capitalist probably wouldn't necessarily be anti that, depending on who's deciding to give out this $500 a month. A capitalist is okay if like a business wants to do it, but they're probably not cool with the government doing it. They want the government to stay out of things. But a capitalist would say, not to confuse you, but just so you know, a capitalist would say, ooh, that's good, because you should use that $500 to invest to make more money. Next, in Natick, businesses do not have to follow the Environmental Protection Agency, do not have to allow, the Environmental Protection Agency to visit them and check their factories for chemical leaks. Who thinks this is fair? A capitalist does, guys. Why? Because the government is staying out of business, staying out of people's way. Capitalists would say, if the people of Natick don't like this factory, then they shouldn't work there. If the people of Natick don't like this factory, they shouldn't buy that factory's goods, so it goes out of business. All right? A socialist would say, hey, protecting the environment is good for everyone, good for society. All right? It is something we all share, this environment, so therefore it should be protected. Okay? So those, you're going to get a couple of them. They're not going to be these same ones, but along a similar idea. All right? And then again, here at the bottom, guys, is the pre-quiz. So what should you do today? However you study. Maybe you make flashcards. Maybe you do a Quizlet. I'll admit, if you go on Quizlet and you type in Mr. Maloney Global Awareness Industrial Revolution, there's probably going to be like 10 years worth of kids who've created those like flashcard decks. I'm not telling you you're cheating. I'm not telling you it's illegal. But I am going to tell you they might not be all the same questions, because every year I kind of change some things up a little bit. But you could definitely go and type in Global Awareness, Mr. Maloney, Industrial Revolution Review, and you'll find some stuff. Or you can make one on your own. I don't consider it cheating if you make one and you share it with friends. That's your prerogative if you want to do that, if you do like a Quizlet thing online. I would maybe write out these written responses, have them all ready or even typed out when you go home tonight or during class. So when you do the quiz, all you need to do is copy and paste them. Honestly, that's simple, okay? Remember, these two are going to be random. So I would make sure your notes are filled in, guys. All right, make sure you filled in your notes and you have them out on your desk with you. All right, you guys at home, make sure you have them typed out. You're not going to have time to go back and listen to my lectures. All right, you're just not going to have time. One other piece on time. You guys at home, it's an honor system, so kind of time yourself. Kids in school, this is not intended to be a 45-minute quiz. It takes most kids every year about 20 to 25 minutes. If you need more time, you need to reach out to me, and I'll be understanding when I look at your quiz. Okay? All right? I know this is a little different. This is weird, and again, it's another layer. I'm not even there for the kids at home, at school. But you kids at home, honestly, just treat it like a homework. I know I'm calling it a quiz, all right? But guys, this is just a homework. You're not going to get the answers from your friend. That would be cheating, okay? But you can look up, you could Google the answers for all I care when you take this. I'm being honest, all right, as we go through this. This is just to reinforce what I really wanted you to get from this unit before we move on to the next one. All right, guys, I think that's it. When you're done, don't forget this is also due tomorrow, all right? The capitalism versus socialism, pros and cons. When you're done with the quiz tomorrow, you're done. I'm not going to like throw more at you. On Friday, we're going to have a brief assignment to do on Friday. We're just going to watch a video on Friday. Is what we're going to do to wrap up the unit. All right, guys. I am going to be checking my my email tonight. So if you have questions, anxiety about the quiz, questions about it, this video didn't answer them for you, please reach out and I'll get back to you. I hope tonight, and if not tomorrow morning. But again, I know I'm calling it a quiz, guys, but just treat it like a classwork. Treat it like a homework. All right? You can get started on it now, like I said, as you find these answers to these three. All right? And have them typed out and ready to go for yourself. And then again, here are the multiple choice, all right, which will be a fill in the blank with a word bank, so they're not going to be the same exact one. So don't memorize like 1, C, 2, A, 3, A, B, C. It's not going to be in the same order. All right, guys, be well. Keep hanging with me. And I will, quote unquote, see you tomorrow.